Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Bara, in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I always am on Mondays and Wednesdays on Real News Live by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Falah. Jen, how was your weekend leading up to Halloween? One more week to Halloween, Friday.
Well, it was rainy, and then we had a windstorm. That was a bit scary, but it kind of went. I prayed that it go around our hill, and it did. So I'm like, awesome.
Didn't somebody mention wind and storms in their Jentel last week on Monday?
The storm's coming. I did on my personal shows on Thursday. I just had this intuitive hit that something's coming. I'm like, yeah. I don't have to tell you, storm's coming. And then we hear about the hurricane, and then I was focused on wind, but the wind was for me. We had a storm go across and is going across the eastern half of the United States. So it wasn't exactly how I saw it, but it was several things at once in that intuitive hit. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, I had a great weekend. I went to Pahrump, Nevada, I want to say the birthplace of Art Bell, but it wasn't. It's where he took up residence in the latter part of his life and career. He spent his last 25 years there broadcasting right out of Pahrump. Pahrump is also the town where the aliens landed in Mars Attacks, where the Martians invaded. It's a alien-filled town. We had a free event there, which was put on by the city and by Joe De La Torre, who's a great guy. We had Marisol Rezanov was there, a couple of other speakers. I was there. It was great. We had like 300 people. And at least we had a packed vendor room like the alien event that you went to here in Vegas. It was like more than double the amount of people there. And none of them actually knew about the alien event. So I'm like, okay, we got to get this going. So we're working to get a Pahrump Las Vegas axis created where we're going to go back and forth. It's only about an hour outside of Vegas, 45 minutes, something like that, 40 miles. So we're going to start getting this thing going, and I think we'll do some more events in Pahrump in the future. They did a really great job promoting. Everybody had a wonderful time. I had a great dinner. I stayed overnight. I drank a little bit, and I won at Video Blackjack, Jen. I won a little bit, so that made me happy. So, okay, so that was great stuff. Thanks to everybody who came out for that, and all the speakers and new friends I made. So, before we get to the news, which is the first part of it, I have a very extensive news segment today. I don't know how it's going to relate to Jen's Jentel because, as I've reminded you guys many times, of course, I don't know what I did with my news segment notes. Great. Where are they? I'll find them. But meantime, I have to do, we'll do the regular stuff. We'll get everything while we wait for everybody to come on in from the various channels. Don't forget that any episodes that you miss of Real News Live with Mike and Jen or any other shows that we might do on this channel, including like Strictly Football and Whiskey and Wisdom, are going to be over on mikebara.blogspot.com, where you can also pick up videos I've done about famous UFO cases where I've solved them, figured them out, lectures I've done, articles I've written back when that was a thing, putting text on the internet, interviews with other people in the UFO community, as well as our shows, Toxically Masculine Tuesday, like I said, Strictly Football, all kinds of stuff over there at mikebara.blogspot.com. And that links you directly to the Rumble channel, which is Real News Live with Mike and Jen right there in the lower corner. We got about 7,200 followers over there. We appreciate you guys coming in. And one of the things you can do over there is you can, first of all, hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate that. That helps us get more interaction, get out in front of people. Hi, there's Susan. And you can hit the subscribe button. And for a mere $5 a month, you can support the show as long as we continue to need the support, which we hope is not next week, but we don't know. I'm going to tease you that a little bit on the news. Also, we can hit the Rumble Rant button, the little green $sign button down there. You can put in any amount you want, preferably more than $5. And your questions, if you're a subscriber, and your questions, if you are a Rumble Ranter, go straight to the top of the slush pile when it comes to question and answer time with Jennifer Falah. Also, the same thing applies to Super Chats over on the YouTube side of the house. Also, please don't forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus over at the CBDGurus.com. Matt and Lucas, our wonderful friends, create all kinds of CBD-based products for your health. Hit the wholesale button, slide down to Mike B Wholesale. Type in the discount code ALIEN, not aliens, not capital A, just lowercase ALIEN. Hit the enter button. You pick up this week's specials. Any order today receives 10,000 Indonesian rupiah for free. Interesting, I have a rate on the Indonesian rupiah today. And any order of $100 or more receives 100,000, and so on. These are nice benefits that Matt throws in with any of the products you pick up. We've got new packaging on the sleep gummies, on the broad spectrum gummies to relax you, the Miracle Gold, all kinds of cool stuff. Let's see what we've got on sale this week. Oh, the Lotion 2000, wonderful stuff, great for your skin and complexion. And the CBD Gurus, the X-Freeze roll-on. I used some of that yesterday. Absolutely great stuff. So you got the energy gummies to wake you up and the sleep gummies to calm you down. Great stuff over at the CBDGurus.com. Also, please don't forget to visit our wonderful friends at Pet Club, MikeBaraPets.com, Pet Club 24/7, where you can pick up all kinds of mushroom-based supplements for the health of your fur babies, like little Miss Fluffy Muffy right here. And today I've got Barkley on all kinds of cool stuff. I've got him on the special sauce, on the mush puppies, on the mojos. He's doing great. I've got the kitties on the special sauce, the super sauce there. The Sequoia Premium cat food, they love it. They wait for it every day. If they don't get it, they get PO'd. Mush ponies for horses, donkeys, and large dogs. Chill Doggies is a great product if your dog has separation anxiety or there's fireworks or something going on like Halloween. Lots of doorbells ringing. Give him a couple of Chill Doggies. He will have a much better night. And then there's the Enforce line of products for human health. The Enforce Plus, the Clarity, the Restore, the Shield. All great stuff. All do different things for your body. Refer back to the Mushroom Ladies episode on MikeBara.blogspot.com from about 2 weeks ago, where Kristen and Diana explain what each of these do for human consumption. And the reality is, wow, both those ladies had very serious health issues. They used these products, and it just improved. Everything got better. They're fantastic stuff. They've got chocolates. They've got coffees. They've got starter packs. Send an email to Diana at MikeBaraPets@gmail.com. MikeBaraPets@gmail.com. Link is in the description to all this stuff. She can answer any questions you might have about the health of your pet or yourself. Get you on the right line of stuff to work on improving your health. Also, please do not forget to visit our friends over at LifeWave, who are apparently temporarily offline, but this is the LifeWave patches, the phototherapy patches. You've got the X39, the X49 booster, SP6. These are patches that I'm on. They are amazing health products. I've had nothing less than 9 friends now who have raved to me about what goes on with the LifeWave patches. Absolutely amazing stuff. Again, my story, I decided to give them a try. It turns out that I'd simply been on the SP6, which is supposed to help you balance your hormones and calm your appetite. I lost 12 pounds. My blood work is spectacular, and absolutely been amazing stuff for me. So get over there to the LifeWave, folks. Link is in the description. I don't know when they're going to be back up and running. But Jen, why don't you tell us what's going on over at JenniferFalah.com right now?
If you would like to schedule a healing with me, if you'd like to get my classes or reach Marcy Howell for a house cleanse or a personal cleanse, you go to JenniferFalah.com. On this website, you purchase an email after each purchase. If you get something from Marcy, email her after. We want a good email. We're going to need more information from you. Also, if you go over to philosophy.com, this is where you can book a private reading with me, a phone reading with me. And I'm just letting everybody know that if it is an international call, and you don't call me on time, I'm not going to call you. Okay, because it's running up my phone bill, and there's no point in me paying the same amount of money to talk to you that you paid to talk to me. I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but it is. So if you are calling internationally, then we're going to have to hook up on a messenger or WhatsApp. But for everyone else, you can book a session there. You can it'll give you, get on over to the list of readings, and you can schedule yourself. Soon, in the beginning of November, we are going to the gift cards are going to be out. It is the easiest way to send a gift to all of your friends and family that you are not in close proximity to. People that you've known for years on the internet, never met in person. You can just simply purchase a gift card, send it to them. You're done as a picture. And that's going to start the first week of November. I'm trying to figure out how to put it up for the readings on philosophy.com so that they can schedule themselves. But I have not figured that out yet. Working on it.
Okay.
Otherwise, so.
There's supposed to be some new features here that allow us to have a floating chat. But I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So we're not going to do that. Again, Super Chat, Rumble Rants, go to the top of the heap for question and answer time. Okay, we have about 2,000 people in the stream today. Those of you who didn't come, you guys effed up because this is going to be a super cool. If I can figure it out. Nope, wrong. Here we go. This is going to be a super cool, extensive news segment. Now, I do know that Phil supposedly was going to go live last night with a show titled RV. I guess he's going to talk about the RV. Now, does Phil know about the RV? Maybe. Does he know more than Mark and me and Wolvie and everybody else? Almost certainly not. But it would have been interesting to have Phil to talk about, but Phil did have internet connections yesterday. And it's funny, Jen, because everybody always rips on Phil because he cancels all the time. Oh, I can't get an internet connection. But there actually was a major internet outage in Arizona where he has one of his 27 houses. So it's possible that he did have a real mess up. But he promises to come back live. So, Phil, here is your show prep for your live stream tonight. Here it is, buddy. All right, a couple of things. Mark has reported in the news that he has shown you the 50 dinar note, a lower denomination. It has been verified that this is not, as many others are, it's not a Kuwaiti dinar note. It's not a Libyan dinar note. It's not a previous regime note. It is a new and completely different looking 50 dinar note. It is a lower denomination. Mark held one up during his Telegram stream that he did on his new Telegram chat channel, whose name escapes me. So he says he's got one, and he was sent this from Iraq, and he says these are out. They're on the streets. They're piled up. A 50 dinar note is worth a couple of pennies under the current value of the Iraqi dinar. Therefore, the only reason they would be putting these out is if the value is going to increase in the country very soon. Mark also reported he is waiting on hearing from his bondholders. He's got one to report today. One is supposed to report tomorrow. Both are under the expectation that they will be receiving funds today. They will not be making appointments. They will not be doing exchanges. They will actually be, according to them, receiving funds today. At least that's what I believe he reported. The other reports on that are on my bond people. I've heard nothing. I don't know if they're looking at getting paid this week or not. But Mark is expecting Monday and Tuesday to hear from his bond people. On my side of the fence, everyone I talk to is giddy. They are giddy for today. They are giddy for tomorrow. They are expecting and have been told that this thing will happen today or tomorrow. Monday our time, Tuesday our time. If it's Tuesday our time, don't forget, if it's Tuesday our time, then that would mean that we absolutely have it happening on Wednesday in Iraq, which means that the Gazette can be updated. Now, what the thing we're waiting for is a public announcement of a new rate. Okay, that's what the expectation is. So the scenario that they're going to privately set up appointments with us. We're going to take 10 days or 2 weeks to do the majority of our exchanges, and then it's going to go tier 5 public. Apparently that is not what's planned for this week. What's planned for this week is a full public announcement tier 5 streak. Let me just check one more thing before I tell you the next piece of information. Sorry, just got a note from Wolvie Jen, and I'll tell you off the air what he said. It's pretty funny, but it refers to a certain popular animal in the Middle East. Okay, so everyone's giddy for tonight, tomorrow. The Gazette could happen Tuesday or Wednesday. So we're talking about public exchange rates. Another piece of information is that apparently Mark had his source, Mr. C, who used to be very important in this process. I'm not sure he's as important as he thinks he is now, or even Mark thinks he is, but I love Mark, and I trust him, and I know how smart he is. But Mr. C said he had 2 sources that are telling him it's going to happen on Thursday. So now we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from various different sources. Mr. C's sources he considered to be impeccable. He considered them to be highly reliable. However, they have been wrong before. Others are saying the back wall is Friday, 31st, Halloween. Why is it Friday, the 31st, and Halloween? Why is that? It's because on November the 1st, a whole bunch of things flip over, a whole bunch of new contracts need to be created, and it delays everything further. So there is a degree of pressure. Now, one of the things I will tell you is that a former contact of mine has told me many times, at least what he was told, was the best windows to do a public announcement in terms of an Iraqi rate is Tuesday, because of certain banking alignments. There are multiple windows on any given Tuesday, starting about 3 a.m. our time, here in Reno time on the West Coast. Again, right before the U.S. Markets open, right after the U.S. markets open. Basically, there's about 4 windows right before noon Pacific time, which are ideal windows for them to do this whole thing. The last window is about 5 Eastern on a Tuesday. So I would keep a close eye on Tuesday for a possible announcement out of Iraq because of these banking alignments. Okay, so the rates, the Forex rate on the dinar is going to be $5.96. It has been set at that rate since August 1st. Iraq has been doing business at that rate in the background, behind the scenes now for several months. There were all kinds of reasons why it had to be made public well before this. It has not been. When it does go public, that will be the international exchange rate, $5.96. Private rates at redemption centers are said to be $28.50 on the dinar. That is, I believe, a privately negotiated rate. TNT Tony says that's the rate. If you have $1 million dinar, you're going to get $28.50.
I don't know if we should be putting out rates right now.
Well, I was given a bunch
Mike.
of money. All right, so then I'm not going to tell you the dong rate. I'm not going to tell you the Zim rate. I'm not going to tell you the rupiah rate. I'm not going to tell you the aggro rate.
Well, you go right ahead, but this is all on you. I'm not taking any flack for this.
So the rates are good. Let's put it that way. And there will be public rates, and then there will be private rates at the redemption centers. Now, previously I had heard, since I've already mentioned $28.50, I'd heard that was only going to be for people who had less than $1 million, who didn't have very much dinar, in order to make them more prosperous. But we don't know. We simply don't know. We know that that's the top rate we've ever heard. So, if you don't think we should do rates, then
Oh, go ahead. Everybody wants you to. You already started.
Just drop it. So that's the news. The news is as follows. The primary expectation is Tuesday. It could happen late tonight, which is Tuesday in Iraq. More likely, it will happen Tuesday, our time, which is Wednesday in Iraq, which is after their Gazette is published. What we're looking for is a public announcement of a new, much higher rate on the Iraqi dinar. They are apparently ready to do that. President Trump, as I understand it, is still out of the country, which may or may not be a requirement for this thing to go through. Other contacts say that Thursday is what they've been told, and I've been told by 4 different people that it has to happen by Friday, because if not, then they have to redo a whole bunch of stuff to make this happen internationally. So it would be to everyone's benefit to have it done by Friday. Happy Halloween. Okay, Jen, that's it. That's the news update that I got. What do you want to do for Jentel?
Well, I have some.
Good.
Are you ready for that? All right. Just for everybody, you know what? There was a problem before when we were very close about people putting rates out. We don't need any more delays. Okay? And I know how excited you are. Just understand that they're good. Okay? But we don't want to throw a wrench in any more spokes. Okay? And for whoever was in the chat room talking about Phil G, we don't go for that. That was ridiculous. I've told you all along, whatever your opinions is about his personal life is none of your damn business. And no, he's not a pedophile. And yes, he has contacts, and I have said that all along. And it is, yes, he's also an entrepreneur. So what? The thing is sometimes he knows some things, and you guys should listen for those times. But I'm not going to put up with anybody saying anything bad about anybody in our community, because we are all on the same team. Anyway, somebody was in there saying some terrible things. This is Jentel. Interdimensional meditation, 410-2725, 6th level of heaven. I met with Jesus and the Archangel team. Along with them were the apostles, who I'm working with now. The dress was satin and a very light blue. RV News. Michael spoke. All teams are ready for Tier 4B to begin. Exchange centers. We await an announcement in the Middle East. Best estimate is Wednesday into Thursday. Could happen earlier. Currency rates are ready and present on the back screens. And then he said they are running out the clock. And I don't know what the clock is, and I don't know when that runs out, and I don't know why. Okay. Coming in the news. Now, just for everyone who's new, we do this section so that we can see in our news feeds, in the mainstream media, and in the world, any confirmations that will confirm how accurate I was in this meditation. Okay? Coming in the news. First, I heard alarms sound. Second, wind reduction. Third, cliffs crumble. Like a cliff. Cliffs crumble. I don't know where these cliffs are, but I kind of saw them on the ocean. Shutdown continues. Probably talking about the government. And I saw oil on fire, and I believe it was oil wells. It looked like it was, I'm looking across flat land, kind of sandy, and I see smoke and fire coming out of the ground. Okay, this one's just 3 words. Short, metals, and industry. And then I heard nothing to see here. I believe that's something like, and then it was a news story. So something happens and they try to convince everybody, oh, no, nothing to see here. Everything's fine, when it's not. And the last one is games canceled. And that's Jentel for today.
Games canceled. That's interesting. Games canceled. That would have to be World Series or football, and you would have to have some major weather or earthquake or something. But you didn't get earthquake.
We'll have to wait and see.
You know, the only other time you've ever canceled games is when President Kennedy was shot. Scares me a little bit.
I don't know.
That one's kind of ominous. Nothing to see here. I don't know. I felt like that had something to do with space, but I don't know. That's because I've got space on my mind because I've got to do my report tonight, which there's some interesting stuff with it's come out. Shutdowns continue. Fine, fair enough. Oil wells fire. You know, at first I thought about Venezuela. Like they set their oil wells on fire rather than allow the United States to invade and take it. But you said it's what you described makes it sound more like the desert, like Iraq or something.
It's not completely flat, but I'm standing out in the middle of nowhere. I don't see a lot of trees or bushes or anything. It's just
sand,
dry landscape, and I see this in the distance. There's a fire coming out of the ground.
I wonder if somebody tries to set something like the Iraqi oil wells on fire to stop the RV or lower.
We're in a very critical place right now. Yeah. Worldwide, especially as we move into this transition. They're going to try anything.
Yeah. Alarms sound, winds reduce. That's good. I assume that refers to the hurricane.
I hope so.
But cliffs crumble. Wow, the White Cliffs of Dover. I mean, cliffs crumble. California erosion. I have no idea.
I don't know. We wait to see it in our news feeds, and so these are basically clues that we'll know that because we don't get a whole lot of real world confirmation on what's going on behind the scenes with the RV. So that's why we do that, so that we can trust the first half of it, the RV news.
Yeah. And of course, the main thing, you got the same thing from your angelic sources that I'm just getting from the people on the ground, which is that we're waiting on an announcement out of the Middle East, out of Iraq, and you got Wednesday, Thursday, which fits into the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday thing. Because really, when you say Tuesday, it could be late Tuesday here, which means it's Wednesday in Iraq, or it could be a little.
I started out talking about all teams are ready for Tier 4B to begin. Exchange centers, we await an announcement in the Middle East. Best estimate. And in my mind, I'm thinking, when are we getting our notifications? So that could Wednesday, Thursday could be for notifications. I mean, we could see something Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
that's what everybody's saying, and that's more confirmation on what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea what was going on when I went in to do this.
And we know they were all working and waiting this weekend. Everybody's reporting that the redemption.
Oh really?
Are ready. Oh yeah, they were totally. They're sitting there right now, as far as I know.
I haven't been following anything really.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where we're at. So Okay, let's remind everybody that questions for Jen need to include your real name and the name of the person or pet or entity that you may be asking about. That's very important. It helps Jen get connected. And those of you, again, if you super chat on YouTube or Rumble Rant on the Rumble side of the house, your questions go to the top of the pile. Meanwhile, let's just get through a few comments. I just listened to Mark Z this morning. He called Mr. C to clear up rumors of what he said regarding the Thursday RV date. He said it was only a rumor. That's what I said. It's only a rumor, but it's Mr. C's rumor. And he said it was from reliable sources, people he considered to be in the know. So, Mark's very sensitive to, dates, whereas I don't care. I mean, I just tell you what people tell me. It's like, but Mark's more sensitive, so I don't think that contradicts anything I said at all. Susan's here. Hi, Susan. Hope you feel better. Struggling today, so I won't be in here long. I'm trying to rest more today. Yeah, she's been really burned out, but she does love the fall background, pumpkin background. Good for you. And Regina Mitchell wants to know if I visited Sherry. Go to her ranch. The answer to that is no. I did not go. Pahrump is in Nye County and everything is legal. So, all right, let's start out over on the YouTube side of the house. We've really only got a couple of super chats so far. Barbara Radloff says, will I buy land in Birch Run, Michigan's rural community on Block Road after the RV? So Barbara Radloff would like to know if she's going to be buying land in Birch Run, Michigan. Block Road.
No, it's not that one.
Okay. Carla Marie for $5. Hi, Jen. Do you see my husband Steve and I getting into med beds and buying property in Georgia?
In that area, yeah. I don't know if it's exactly in Georgia. It might be somewhere close. But yes, med beds, 3 weeks after your appointment.
Okay. Kelly wants to know if she'll be having Christmas at 53 Vista Lane.
Yes.
Jim, yeah, you should be excited. The news coming out of Iraq is off the charts. It is. The lower denominations are out, and the 50 dinar. I'd be more impressed if the 5 dinar was out. But if Mark says it's a real note that he really got, it's not another old note, then I'm excited about that. Laura is down with a broken leg. Wants to know if she'll be able to return to work in November.
Yes, you will.
Good for you. Not that we really want to
If
go back
needed.
to work. Elise wants to know if she's going to be a multimillionaire or a billionaire.
It's millions, but it's hundreds of millions. It's almost a billions.
It's one of those things, Elise, where if you just sit on it for 6 months, you'll probably become a millionaire with a B. You know, just like spend a little bit of it and just sit on it and just let it keep growing, and you'll be in that B category really fast. Moira for $10 says, do you see me retiring this year in 2025? Love you guys. Love you too.
Yes, there is a really good possibility of that. Yeah. Maybe right before Christmas. But what I'm getting is this thought from you that maybe I just want to lay low for a little bit, act like nothing's happened. So it might go over into January is what I'm saying.
They will not exchange VND to USD as of now on Wise account. Okay, I understand that, but here's the thing: it's a debit card. Get the Wise debit card. Doesn't matter if it's VND or USD. It doesn't do an exchange. It's just a value that's in your card, so you should be able to spend that on anything.
Yeah, because you've got a value at the top of the screen in US dollars.
Yeah.
And you can just transfer that over to your bank.
Yeah, well, I think that's what he's saying is they're not going to let you necessarily transfer or convert it within the Wise app. Well, okay, so then transfer it to your bank. I don't know, but it'll be substantial, and you will be able to spend a significant chunk of it. But I would not put everything into Wise, but I do have some VND and Rupiah.
Well, here's my concern with the Wise account. Like we were all excited because we were thinking, okay, we'll get the street rate as long as it's so if we don't get a public rate for the dollar coming out, but we go to 4B exchange, we get our rates for our paper. Okay.
Yeah.
If we don't get a public rate and that comes out at the same time that the U.S. revalues, you're not going to make out very well on that. That's a concern.
I mean, get the
if
paper.
They wait to revalue the U.S. dollar and the dong revalues does come out publicly first, then we do well. Okay. And see, my thought then, and I don't know if this is correct, but my thought then was, okay, so as soon as we see that happen, we got to turn the dong back into U.S. dollars before the U.S. dollar revalues, and then we lose our money in the Wise app, right?
Possible. It's possible that that's the way it works. Yeah, you gotta use it or lose it. It's a use it or lose it thing.
Yeah.
Lisa says, "Hi Jen, my mom has been getting a thumping heart. She is healthy and had it checked out medically, but nothing. Can you? Okay, can you see what's going on with mom's heart? I wish she would have given us mom's."
Lisa. She has inflammation at the top of the stomach, and there's gas. Okay, the foods don't agree with her anymore, and when it pushes up like that, it makes the heart pound. Also, she's a little bit low on magnesium, and she also has anxiety. So it could be any one of those things.
It's important to get enough magnesium, for sure. Gina Thompson.
Also a little bit dehydrated and exhausted. Okay, so there's many things going on. If you fix all those things, that should stop. Go ahead.
Gina says, my boxer Remington has been referred to an oncologist. Will the holistic approach I'm doing stop the cancer?
Yeah, it just takes longer.
Okay. KB Free. Okay, I don't know your name. Again, names are important. Will I purchase a new home in Atlanta or Seattle? Maybe you can get a hit in
Atlanta.
Good for you. Sounds like a magical and prosperous week. I hope so. Feels that way. Love to you too. Mary wants to know when you see her husband Tim retiring. Is this the year or is it not until May?
It is into next year. He can't just walk away. For some reason, he stays a little longer. Let's see, in March.
Yeah. Go ahead and do what you think you have to do, but man, I wouldn't spend 1 second longer than I had to at a job that I had the money to quit. Shelly wants to know, do you see her moving to be near her kids and grandchild?
Yes, but I really don't think that happens until closer to spring, the actual move itself.
Okay. Elise wants to know when she'll be able to buy her mom a house. Will she be able to buy it before the end of the year?
I still see Christmas decorations around. I'm just not sure if it's before or after. I feel like it's after, just after. It might be the week between Christmas and New Year's, as of now.
Okay. And Jenny, Jenny, my friend Julie C is out of her apartment at the end of the month. Will her new housing be finalized this week? Will Julie C have new housing?
I'm getting a smooth transition from one to another.
Good. All right, let's pop over to the Rumble side of the house and get the questions over there, starting with the subscribers and Rumble rants. Evelyn for $10 says, I'm asking for my friend Christy with a K, Kristi. Will she get a permanent job offer for the Gulfstream 550 or Gulfstream 650? And is it a good offer?
I'm getting a no on that.
A no. Okay.
Yeah.
Questions. Games canceled. NBA. God, we can only hope, Megan. Just get rid of the NBA. Yeah, that's interesting, Jen. A point shaving scandal broke out in the NBA this week, where two players, a player and a coach, were indicted, and more is coming for fixing games, deliberately throwing games and throwing. They're all like, there are prop bets. Like, you can bet, I'm going to bet that this player is going to score 22 points tonight. And he goes out and deliberately scores 19 points. Bets the under on himself or has other people do it. Horrible. Maybe something's going to happen to the NBA. That would be so sweet.
I don't know.
Because the NBA
we'll see.
But it might have something to do with that. And also the NFL, people have said, you think the NBA is bad, man. So we did find out. Okay, Red, White, and Blonde for $5 says, hi, Jen. Tiffany here. When do you see my baby Trinity back with our family?
In January.
Okay. January. Good. Debbie with 1B, Deby, can you see how far I will have to travel to redeem my bonds?
I don't know if it's 35 minutes or 35 miles.
Okay, but 35. That's what you got. Okay, Karen, Patriot Nurse for $50. Thank you, Karen. Hi, Jen and Mike. I've been injured in a car accident and was just told that their insurance company has settled without going to trial. Can you see the timing of the settlement getting to me? This is Karen. So
within the next few weeks.
Next few weeks. Good. Apparently they want to get it over with. Margin Call. What's Margin Call's real name, since she didn't tell us? Marge, maybe. Jen, when do you see me handing in my resignation? Will they hold me to my 1-year notice that is in my contract? Well, if I got $100 million in the bank, I'm going to say, okay, sue me. Bye. But that's what Marge wants to know.
There's a loophole there. You get out of that.
Okay.
You have to let go of something, like the pay or whatever, or pay it back, whatever they gave you. There's a way to get out of it. I think that you do.
Okay. Yeah, they did postpone games after 9/11. That is true. Also, hopefully. Well, I mean, with storms and stuff, maybe there'll be a big enough disaster that that they'll delay some games. I think after New Orleans, after Hurricane Katrina too. Brenda says, Jen, do you see us being in our new home by the time our grandbaby arrives in January? Brenda.
Possibility is strong.
Possibility is strong. Paul L is having surgery, having parathyroid removed. It went perfect, but now my calcium levels have crashed. Using Tums to raise levels, but how long will it take for my body to balance the calcium?
About 10 days.
10 days. Okay. Jane says they just lost their dog, Red.
Sorry.
Is he okay? And with the other dogs that have passed?
Well, he's with you right now. Definitely okay. Going back and forth. Yeah, typical. Absolutely fine. Yes.
Gina or Ginna, Ginna, says, is my new address soon to be 15,000?
Yep. I just saw mail.
Okay. Sounds good. Anne says, I'm in a nursing home and would like to see where you see me on December 25th, 2025 on Christmas Day. Where do you see Anne, who's in a nursing home right now, on Christmas Day?
You're in somebody's house? Will they come pick you up for the day? You're leaving the nursing home shortly. So it's like you don't need the nursing home anymore, which is good. Maybe that's med beds. There's something about you're just waiting to get in somewhere else, like your own house or something. So I'm not gonna. That's probably best case scenario right now. But like Christmas Day, you are with either family or friends. It does look like somebody's house. It's kind of like brown or tan colored fabric furniture. Is like a lazy boy over there, and yeah, you're not by yourself.
Cool. Peggy is going to Chicago this weekend, and she wants to know if everything will go okay, or is there something she should prepare for?
Chicago. Lots of rain.
Lots of rain. Probably from the hurricane getting into the middle of the country.
I think it's fine. I think it'll be okay.
Okay. Jackie would like to know, how many weeks after my appointment do you see me and James having their med bed appointments? James and Jackie, how many weeks?
4.
4. Wow, that's quick. Mary says, will my sister Leanne be evicted, or will she be able to get legal assistance?
I do think she's going to get evicted. I think it's coming too fast.
Okay. Jan is worried that someone around her or close to her is going to blab about her wealth because they already know that it's coming and that it will sabotage my blessing. What do you see? Well, Jan, if you don't tell anybody what rates you got or how much you have, you should probably be okay once it happens. But what do you see for Jan? Yeah, Jen.
They can talk all they want, but like, oh yeah, there's a gnat in here. Oh my god. And why am I blurred? They can talk all they want about you being rich now. If you don't tell them what rates you got, I think mostly the NDA is probably about rates.
Yeah, probably.
And probably because you'll know the rate of the US dollar or the note.
You know, the thing is, Jen, like I've talked to so many people about this over the years, and I keep track of all of them. So if they ask me to list all the people that, I want exempted from the NDA, it's going to be, I don't know. Somebody could notice I'm driving a Ferrari and say something. But, how much you can do about that? Lori would like to know when she and her husband Dan are going to be giving their 2 weeks notice at work.
Possible late November.
Okay. Christina with a K says, Jen, I feel like I may have a pinched nerve on the left side of my neck. What's going on, and will it go away on its own?
You have a knot in your neck that is pushing against a nerve. Get the tension down.
Get a massage and go to a chiropractor.
You get a really big knot. It's at the base of the neck on one side.
Yeah. Leilani wants to know, will she be able to leave her job by Thanksgiving?
It's possible. That's a little quick.
Okay, Denny Hawkins. Sorry,
depends on how you want to leave your job. If you want to leave really well, be nice to people. Oh my God, there's just one gnat in here. It's driving me crazy. It's still, even with all the rain, you look outside on the windows, and outside on the windows, there's all these gnats. It's driving me crazy.
Get in there in Super Chat so we can buy Jen a can of Raid for her office.
Oh, you know what? I have done everything. There's just no way. You just have to live with gnats and flying around you. You look outside in the yard, and it's like a cloud.
You live next to a lake, so it's going to be humid. It's going to be like, one of the things about Vegas is there ain't no bugs, man, because nothing can survive this.
All right, they're coming out of the trees or the grass or something. I don't know.
Denny Hawkins for $20. Thank you, Denny. I just wanted to know if my mom Nora has anything to tell me. She passed last year. Thank you. Bless you all. Denny Hawkins.
She misses you. She loves you. She appreciates you. She knows you were there. Think you had a dream about her? Because she said you're dreaming of me. Okay.
Debbie's asking about her husband Larry's gallbladder surgery on Monday. I had gallbladder surgery about 5 years ago. It's not that big a deal.
Who is this here?
Debbie wants to know about Larry's gallbladder surgery. Just wants to make sure it's going to go good. It's going to go good. Should go good. It's fairly routine these days.
Yeah, I think it's in and out in a couple days.
I was in and out the same day. Sarah Koishol, K-O-S-H-I-O-L, Koishol. Sarah with an H wants to know where she'll be buying farmland.
What I heard doesn't make any sense. I heard West Virginia.
Okay. Oh, there you go. West Virginia. Pam wants to know when she'll be retiring.
Guys, quit it with the retirement. You're just trying to get me to tell you when the RV is. And if I knew that, I'd just tell you when the RV is. As of now on your timeline, possibility of that in a few weeks. Super Dave, aka Pork Chop, for $100. Thank you, Super Dave. You're freaking awesome. Thank you, Dave. As he says, Jen, hi, Jen. You're looking fabulous today. I'm trying to do it in the voice he would. Hi, Jen. You're looking such a flirt fabulous today, Jen. Does my oldest daughter, Abby, have any guardian angels around her? She feels a loving presence around her, like a protector. Oh, she's a sweetie. Oh, yeah. This girl's got so much protection around her. She's like somebody um who could be walking through like falling debris and everything just misses her. I mean,
Huh.
yes. Yes, she's got loved ones, she's got guides, she's got like 4 guides right now. I don't know if she's studying something or what she's doing, maybe becoming a mother or early stages of motherhood, I don't know. But she's got a lot of protection and guides around her. Yeah.
Um, okay, Carol F. I thought our condo might get a purchase offer by the end of October. Oh, you thought our condo might get a purchase offer by the end of October. Has that changed? Carol F.
I'm like second week of November now. Somebody is that's delayed for some reason. Somebody changed their mind or they're not sure. I do think it's still coming in though.
Okay. Evie Michelle has an urgent question. She got bit by a spider twice, foot and shin. Not sure what kind of spider. Do I need to go to the doctor or will they be fine?
It's a wolf spider.
Okay, so it's not a brown recluse. So,
But if you start to see deterioration or something, go in. I mean, if it continually gets worse, go in. Don't listen to me. Oh, wolf spider, you know.
Yeah, go to the emergency room.
Marcy got bit in the face one time with a recluse, I think.
Yeah.
That was horrific. Poor girl.
Rosie says wants to know, does she go on a trip to Oklahoma this year and will it be a good trip?
Yeah. There's a man that either goes with you, an older man, or you go to see. I don't know if he's a family member. I kind of get like a dad or something like that. Yeah, really good trip. I'm getting timing.
Yeah.
On that yet.
Teddy Cassie. Hi, Mike Cat here. You skipped my question from Teddy Cassie. Could you please find it? No, I can't find it. Why didn't you just retype it right there?
Yeah, please retype it if
retype the question and I'll try to get to it, okay? Carol F. Oh, that one we just did. She put it twice. Sorry about that. Amy with an IE, AIMEE, actually. When do you see my dad, Delbert, getting into a med bed? He's been in the hospital for 2 months now.
I think he's got like sepsis or something. He's got some kind of. If he's got a boil or a bed sore or something, that needs to be looked at. We need to take care of that. There's something going on there. I don't like it. I feel infection right now, just so you know. He hangs in there. I mean, the possibility is good within the next month or so to get him in one if everything goes well. Yeah.
Okay. Debbie says her son Nick has been diagnosed with a rare heart autoimmune condition. Will he be successfully treated? Before Jen answers that, I'm going to tell you, talk to Kristen Louv, who is Diana's friend with the Mushroom Ladies. Send an email to Diana. Get in touch with Kristen. She also had a autoimmune issue, and you can talk to her about how she treated it. So I would really recommend that. But will he be successfully treated anyway? It's very scary.
Names Debbie. Again, please.
Debbie and her son, Nick.
He's going to be okay. Yeah. They're going to get it worked out.
Okay. And still talk to Kristen.
They just need to find the right medication combo. Okay. Yeah, they'll get it worked out.
Good. Donna says yesterday was 4 years since her husband Tim Bogue passed away. Does he have a message?
I've been around almost every evening when you weren't doing well. He says you're doing better now. He can see that, and he's happy about it. I want you to thrive. I want you to move on from this. He's showing me you about to step through a doorway. So we just really do your energetic cleansing exercises and the acceptance exercises and releasing of that so that you're clean when you move forward. That's what he's saying.
Patricia says, do you see me buying the house I want and hosting Christmas dinner? That's Patricia's dream for this year. Get her house and host Christmas. That would be great.
I don't know if you're going to be able to host Christmas there that fast, but you might. I'm right now, because the timelines, I'm flipping from one to another. I see it there, a little more faint than the one you're on. So I don't know how to answer that.
Okay, Keisha Mitchell, Kisha, wants to know if she'll be able to retire soon.
Yeah. That's hilarious. So you're kind of one of those people that just walks in and says, bye, mother effers, I'm out of here. I hate you all. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me.
You go to hell. You go to hell. You die.
You're just laughing. I don't know. You know what? Let's be nice to people. Come on.
No, don't be nice. If sometimes being truthful with people is the most helpful thing you can do.
I mean, that's just what I'm getting is, And you just like, bye. It's
Jamie
your problem
Grubbs.
now. I'm leaving.
You know, the thing is with these companies, you don't owe these people anything, and they would can you at the drop of a hat if it was in their best interest. So I get it. I get people wanting to do things the right way. It doesn't. It's just being wasted time. All right, Jamie Grubbs. Megan Fowler says, my sister Jamie Grubbs is nonverbal and mentally handicapped. Can you please tell me what I should ask the doctors to check out? Sounds like autism vaccine injury, maybe.
I'm up here, like right here. What are you looking at? Lymph nodes. I don't know if she's got an infection right now, and she's got a low grade infection in the body. It's sitting in the lymph nodes. It's not cancer, but she could probably use some antibiotics or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
James B for $10. I don't quite understand this question. It says, good morning, Jen. Do you see us moving anything soon? Do you think he means anytime soon? James B, good. James B. Good morning.
James B.
James B. Do you see us moving anything soon? Scooterman 65.
Moving anything soon.
You think it means anytime soon?
There is a move. North. I think it's still this fall or winter. There's something coming. You're going. Let's see, you're going north, possibly northwest.
Okay, we got about 6 questions left, and then we gotta let Jen go. Teddy Cassidy, nice that you got your question in. Okay, so she says, how old was I when I walked into my body as a baby or young child, or did I come through the birth canal? That's a fascinating question, Kat. K-A-T. How old was I?
You entered the body at 3 months when you were still in the womb.
Cool. Yes, you came through the birth canal.
I know my daughter entered. I swear to God. I was like
that.
at 5 months, right before the 5-month mark, because I was driving along on this long road by myself to see her dad. And I just got this, I can't even describe it to you, this, and I was like, oh my God, it's a girl and her name is Faith. And there was nobody around. And I was like, oh my God, what just happened there?
Most everybody comes in the womb, right? When the soul enters, it's usually in the womb, is it not?
Yeah, they come in the womb. It just depends on when they want to show up. Like Faith came in later because she's very impatient. I don't really know when Katie came in. I really didn't get that with her. It's probably at the end.
Okay.
I know she didn't want to come out though.
Yeah.
She was like hugging me. I had to have a C-section because she was like hugging me. Like if you took a picture of the baby, like butt first hugging me in there. Didn't want to come out.
Carissa, K-Turtle8 for $10 says, hi, Jen. I just got a call that my contract has ended out of the blue. Is this true, or is there a mix-up that will be fixed? If true, do I pick up?
There is a mix-up that will be fixed.
It will be fixed. Our grandson Curtis is having difficulty in AIT school. He's getting very discouraged and down on himself. He was so excited at first. Do you see him sticking with it or giving up? Curtis in AIT school. It's
just hard. And he needs to quit messing around, spend more time on his studies. It's not going to come easy, and he's used to things coming easy.
April would like to know, which state out west do you see us living in? It's April.
What state out west? New Mexico. I think. New Mexico.
Okay, New Mexico. Keisha, again, Kisha Mitchell. She says, Christmas has been hard since my husband passed. That was a previous question. 2 days before Christmas, a few years back. Do you see Christmas getting better in the coming years? I think your husband already said things are going to get better for you soon, right?
They're about to get really good. And don't schedule that day or that time to mourn again, because he doesn't want you to do that anymore. I want you to be happy now. And how am I supposed to be happy? Well, do something different. Treat yourself. Accept the plans. Try not to think about that on that day. Make it a day, a celebration day for you, for living through it, for rising above, for going on, and how well you've done, instead of a day of mourning.
Karen wants to know when her sister Peggy K will get into a med bed.
Well, let's do how long after the appointment? 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks. Ior wants to know if you're going to have philosophy this week on Tuesday and Thursday. The answer to that is yes.
Tomorrow morning. Yes, we'll be on Philosophy with Jennifer Falah on Rumble tomorrow morning. And you guys are going to want to get in there and become monthly subscribers for $5 a month, because we're going to start having reading parties twice a month. And I'm probably going to do them on Sunday evening so everybody can be there. And the first one is going to be on, I believe, the 2nd of November. You'll have an opportunity during that show to become a monthly supporter. But on those shows, everybody can come. We can all hang out, chat. And you can still do Rumble rounds, because I can't stop you from doing that. But on those shows, I'm going to take all the questions from monthly supporters. And that's going to be, we're going to make it a fun show. So it's going to be all readings. It's going to be a monthly supporter appreciation shows. The first one's going to be on 5 p.m. on November 2nd.
Speaking of readings, I had a friend this weekend who thinks she's psychic, probably is, told me that I'm going to meet the next ex Mrs. Bara in March. What do you think about that? Yeah, no.
Well, that's kind of negative. The next ex Mrs. Bara. I mean, that's really
just kidding. Just joking. The next ex Mrs. Bara.
I'm really getting something like January.
January.
Sooner than that.
My birthday. All right, go back over to the YouTube side of the house for some last remaining super chats. My name is Richard Ates. Ates? Will I have any issues revaluing my currency? I just don't want to screw it up. Like exchanging, will it be any issues?
No, it's going to be really easy.
Easy.
Just basically hand them all your stuff, and they sort it and count it up, and
keep track of it though. Like guys,
I'm through the whole thing. It's not going to be hard.
Guys, I'm going to know the serial numbers of everything. I'm going to have the serial numbers of everything. Just going to. Kathy Weber wants to know, do you see me ending up with hundreds of millions with my RV? Do I exchange here at home or with my cousins? Okay, two big questions.
463 million. Let's go with that.
All right. Richard, again, just my dog Chandler's not feeling well. Can you help to make him feel better? I don't know what's going on. Jen can probably tell you what's going on with him. Also, check with Diana at MikeBaraPets.com. Diana will help you with.
He has a urinary tract infection, and he has an infection in his ears. Antibiotics, and
get him on some mushroom supplements. You know, guys, I appreciate these people are my sponsors, but I wouldn't keep them if what they had didn't work. Works for my dogs, cats, works for me. It's great stuff. Mm-hmm. Hi, Jen and Mike. Love you all. What do you see me? This is Deb. You didn't give us your name, Deb, but what do you see me doing and who do you see me with on June 4th, 2026?
June 4th. You're with a man. He's taller than you. Mm-hmm. You're smiling a lot. I don't know if you're at some kind of carnival or a fair. There's also of activity around you, exhibits, people walking around. That's what I see. Somebody says the time changes on the 2nd, but is that on the 2nd? Yeah, it's on the 2nd. So that's at night, though. Anyway, if you guys want to know when the show is, I'll post. Join Philosophy on Telegram. I post all the links to the shows and when they're going to be on there, because people are talking about the time for that show.
Okay, Harper Rose 21 is now a $5 a month supporter over on the Rumble side. Thank you very much for supporting, following, or subscribing to Real News Live with Mike and Jen. One last question, then we're going to let you go because I know you got readings. Diane says, I keep saying that when I retire and leave my job, I would just go into work and just hand my computer to my boss and leave. Do you see me doing this?
You sit down. You do talk to him a little bit. You sit down and you have an explanation planned. You turn in a piece of paper, which is your resignation. So basically, but you don't just like hand it to him and leave. You know, you're pretty happy at the time, so you feel sorry for the guy.
Okay, one more quick one. Can I just do a quick one? This Catherine seems like she's a little upset. She says, things are getting very intense now at my job. It's not going the way I would wish at the moment. And that fellow Dakota is being absolutely beastly. It's horrible. Do you have any advice?
What's the name on that?
Catherine with a K.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do right now. You're going to have to write it out. Ignore him.
All right.
I just heard kill him with kindness right now because he's trying to bait you. He's trying to egg you on and get you to react. So he has something against you.
See, this is what Sean Payton tried to do to Russell Wilson with the Denver Broncos. Is he tried to goad him into a confrontation. He was screaming at him on the sidelines. Because if they could charge Russ with conduct unbecoming to the team by arguing with his coach in public, they could have avoided his contract and wouldn't have to pay him the $39 million. Well, Russ is spending that money, you shithead. Sorry, that got me. Gets me. All right, guys, that is going to wrap the show up. Jen, thank you very much for being here. Thanks to each and every one of you for supporting us. Jen and I will be back on Wednesday. We may have some news on Wednesday. It's a distinct possibility. It's everybody is saying the time is now. It's this week. Let's get this done. So let's hope this happens before we switch back to, good God, Jen, standard time. It's going to start getting dark at 4:30 in the afternoon.
I know it does up here.
Do you think there's any chance we're going to keep daylight savings time year round? Is that something we can predict? Can we please just do that soon?
There's a chance.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. I'll be on Coast to Coast AM tonight in the news segment. I have a very interesting report about a sighting of 3 so-called transient objects in low Earth orbit from 1952 that appeared in the sky and then disappeared one day before the biggest UFO sighting in American history. Were they the motherships arriving to distribute the alien spacecraft? Be there tonight.
You know what? If people can ask me to go and look a certain day, I can also go back. If you have a certain event on a certain day in a certain location, I can go and watch it.
Let's do that on what do you want to do? Do you have time to do it now, or we can do it?
No, I want to do it right now. But we'll do that some other time.
We'll do it on Wednesday because
that's fine.
I'm going to report on it tonight. It's a case where they got these 3 objects, and then an hour later they were gone, and then the next day the most massive UFO sightings in American history.
Now, like I did with the Kennedy assassination. In meditation, I can go and just walk around. We'll see how much we can get just from here, and if I can move around.
Yeah, and
tell you what it is.
When you did that, you kind of confirmed my whole theory. You were like, well, I see somebody there. I see somebody there. I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I thought. Yeah. That's awesome. We'll do that. We will do that on Wednesday.
Fun shows, yeah.
Tune in, and Toxically Masculine Tuesday tomorrow evening. Jen is on tomorrow during the day, 9 a.m. Right, Jen? 9? Tomorrow? 10?
Yeah.
9?
I have to look. I don't know what time. I think depends on yes, 9 a.m.
I think we're doing Strictly Football on Thursday this week. So we will see you then. I will see you tomorrow night. Jen will see you tomorrow morning, and everybody have a good week. And let yourself be marginally excited, because the news is flowing in one direction, and we just need somebody with the authority to push that button.
Right.
We're that close. Have faith. Talk to you later.